Hey everyone, this is The Voices coming to you from Dota 2. I have with me the always knowledgeable and ever insightful Shred Kid. Um,
I'm Shred Kid. This is going to be my first Dota 2 cast. We're just doing a Reddit community game, it looks like, just a CM fun in-house. Know a couple of the players in this game. They're pretty good players, so should be a good game. Just commenting on the bans, we're seeing incredibly standard bans coming out from now. The team, I'm just going to go over it real fast. The team with second pick bans out your classic first picks, like basically Invoker, Furion, and Chan, who are considered by a lot of people to be the three strongest heroes in the pool and worthy of first pick. We see the team with the second pick, or first pick, banning out second pick heroes, such as Vino and Windrun. DS was also banned, but I think this is the latest patch, so it's not necessarily that good. And they pick up Anti-Mage as your first pick. And the best way to respond to that really is by hard pushing, or just by a ton of early aggression, and we see a combination of that. So we get Rasta, who's really, really good at second pick. Like if they try to turtle with an anti-mage or something, you just take his towers and put pressure on, take away his space. And SK, who can also just be really, really aggressive early and destroy anti-mage's supports, who are going to be under-leveled. And if his supports are dead, anti-mage can't farm because there's no space on the map for him to farm. So we're going to see how the Dire responds to that. Sorry about that, I said that really fast.
that's fine. What was it that came through actually really well? So we do have Ancient Apparition picked up, and S-Shaker. So, a lot of those, really good AoE effect, abilities.
The issue that I see with this is, if they tri-lane it with, like a tri-lane of that, the AA and ES are going to be too under-leveled to have any effect on the game. They're just going to get destroyed by the Dire's ganking aggression, which looks like what they're trying to set up. And if they dual lane it with an AA, an anti-mage, and ES, because ES really does need to be safe lane. Hard lane ES doesn't make any sense that much of the time. You have a dual melee lane, and what they can do then is put up 2 range against it, like a bottom CM, and just destroy the lane. Okay.
Yeah.
And we see what's happening now. They're just going for mass team fight, mass early aggression. Tide to interrupt the ES combo. Crix deals a huge amount of damage with it, and they're all, like, Tide's really tanky, so he's good against AA like that.
We do have...
Bans are going real fast. We see Brood banned out because they don't really have an answer for Broodlings, and Nake's also banned out, because I guess they really don't want the game to go late at all. They just want anti-mage to be the only
and we do have actually...
Lesh is banned. Jeez, these guys are going fast. Lesh and Quap are banned because they're protecting their, I'm guessing that they want to protect their towers. And it's a good way to do that by banning Lesh Track and protect maybe a squishy support like C by banning out the Quap, who can just insta-kill it. Storm is picked. We're going to see Storm go mid. We might see a weird jungle Storm, but I highly doubt it. So I think what's going to happen is that they have to tri-lane. I really think that they have to tri-lane, and then we're going to see Storm go mid, and we're probably going to see like a Potom or something go bot.
Yeah.
I think that's what has to happen.
I think that's the only choice they really have at this point, with how they line up is. And I have to agree.
Because they cannot duel anti-mage ES, because that lane will lose. And you can't really duel an AA anti-mage, because then ES has to go around bot or full roam. And if he's full roaming, he's really going to be top most of the time anyway. But if he goes down bot, it just, like, that lane will lose too. So you'll lose probably mid with a lot of roam ganks from Dire. We'll probably lose bot, and top won't go well enough to make up for it. So let's see how the Radiant responds to this. We have probably Rasta mid. I think that they might do Crix safe solo and get him a really fast dagger. They also have the option of putting him top solo and just seeding that lane to anti-mage and having Crix get farm. I would actually be in favor of doing this. But what they might be trying to set up here is an aggressive tri-lane against the anti-mage, and I think he's debating that. Like, they could get a Razor CM and just destroy that lane. They would win that lane, and then they would win the SK lane almost certainly, and they would win mid probably because they have better roam ganks than ES can give.
Yeah, I have to say right now I'm a little concerned for the Enchantress.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. Potom's gonna go bot, Storm's gonna be mid, and they're gonna try lane top almost certainly. They might do an AA Potom bot. It's gonna happen for
What's it? I think.
The Radiant is that we're going to see a lot of pushing. Expect another pusher to be picked up. Rasta's going to be mid. They might want to do an aggressive dual top with Enchantress in their forest. They can take the tower really fast and put a ton of pressure on anti-mate. Or we might see SK top solo, with Tide supporting some carry or semi-farmer down bot with Enchantress in the safe jungle, trying to gank mid with Tide a lot. We could even possibly see a dual jungle, Tide and Enchantress, just hanging out together, smoke ganking mid a lot. So we'll see.
Yeah.
They really have a lot of options on the table. And they get a Warlock, and they're just going for the mass team.
Yeah.
They might do a farming Tide Hunter. They might also do a farming Warlock. Really, there's a lot of options on the table. I can't say for certain.
Yeah. Well, I think I do believe Ancient Apparition will be bought with Mirana. I think they really want to spread the XP out a little bit more evenly.
Okay. I think if they do that though, what happens is they just lose that lane.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of how.
What'll happen? And what'll happen is they'll have a farming Tide Hunter, and he'll just get one rank of Gush, and he'll get the high Kraken, high Anchor Smash, and he'll just run at them, and they can't stop him. With the Warlock supporting him, it's going to be terrifying. It'll be really scary, and with Enchant in the jungle, it's like they'll get devastated bot. You can't put 2 people up against 3 people unless in like really certain situations. SK will get farmed top. He won't really be forced from lane or levels, not. And mid will probably be 1 because if ES leaves lane to gank, anti-mage gets forced from lane from the Crix, because he's melee, and Crix can do the Sandstorm thing. And so I'm calling it as a really good picking for the Radiant, but I could be surprised, so we'll see how it plays.
Yeah, so it does look like
you want to introduce
the Dire are going to do exactly what you said for their lanes. And the Radiant...
Oh, with the tri-lane?
Yeah, with the tri-lane top. Just trying to think of exactly. I'm a little uneasy for the Dire winning this. Just from the picks.
Oh, they're sending Warlock top. This is interesting.
Oh. Warlock solo top.
Oh, he might just be.
Maybe. Does he have the wards? Yes, he does.
My issue right now with tri-laning, is that it leaves your 2 supports under-leveled and under-farmed. And they just get slaughtered by pure aggression, like, with a Fed mid running around, and then with, like, a roam gankers, like Tide, SK, who just deal a lot of damage really fast, and are kind of tanky. The supports just fall in battle really fast, and when they fall, an anti-mage without farm is useless.
Oh my god.
It creates a cycle of getting worse and worse.
Yeah, well, as I was about to say, Mirana bot, it looked like SK was thinking of barrow striking in to steal the, illusion rune.
His range isn't going to be long enough, though, I think, at rank 1.
But it did look interesting. We do have a...
Either way, though, that's pretty good that she got the...
Yeah, that's a really good, rune for her.
Illusion. What you can do with the, illusion early is block Enchantress's creep camps. You send one to the strong camp and one to the other strong camp so that she can't get out a really good creep if in at 1, is the best thing to do with it. It looks like he didn't gonna do that. He didn't do that.
He did get one camp. I think he was trying to use the
but he didn't get the other.
The hidden bush thing where he positions like
yeah. For them, yeah. I don't know if that works with illusion, so I've never actually done it. So
I don't think it did.
And anyway,
do you have pot on being pushed back a little bit? He did have the illusion in place so that it might have been able to block both, but it may have just been out of position. We do have a gank coming in from the mid. Airshaker putting down his fissure. We will see Storm Spirit try chase. He doesn't get off his stun. And actually, this may be the death of, or at least really low. Nope, death of Airshaker. First blood goes to Shadow Shaman in mid.
This player Yang Figstan, I never actually know how to pronounce it, but I know him. He's a pretty good player. I've always been impressed with him.
Yangfister.
Good play by him. Very smart to turn around like that. Yeah, I just call him Yang.
I'm gonna call him Yang too.
I can't pronounce it, but
he did pick up his bottle.
Yeah, and that's gonna lead to a lot of lane domination off of that. Here's how this is gonna play out. Crix is gonna get a really fast aggro at bot lane. Enchantress is gonna get up a fast Boots of Choice, and probably a Django. While mid does well, but the big deal up here is top. And what they decided to do is get really in anti-mage's with a Warlock Tidehunter with like if Tide gets a really high Kraken shell, AA harass doesn't, and he can get Anchor Smash really high, and that can just get in his like anti-mage's face, and it's what do you do about? And it actually looks like that's what he's doing. Is
and we may have a gank on bot.
Doesn't have Gush, and I really
and it does look like Earthshaker will use unable to use his vision in time, but he can still hit him. Does pick him up in a beautiful block from the Earthshaker, but now Sand King just going into that sandstorm to avoid it. He just gets missed by the arrow as well. Maybe a little miscalculation by Potom. So Sand King will be fine with this unless Earthshaker can get just enough mana. He now has enough for another fissure, and he does pull it off, but a little too late now to do any actual damage. Up top we do have the lane being pushed pretty hard by the Tidehunter. Who's up here as well? Oh, there is Warlock.
Tidehunter Warlock is basically to give Tide a lot of farm, I think, and then really get an anti-mage's in Apparition's face. The Dire should win this game if they play it correct.
What was it? I don't think anti-mage getting much farm either. It does have 7 last hits, so not great, but not terribly bad. We do have Earthshaker trying to gank again in mid.
But yeah.
Not getting it though. Storm Spirit almost dead from that encounter. Sand King on low health at bot.
Yeah, we're seeing Ross with a full level advantage, and this is the last thing you want is Storm Spirit, because if he hits 6 before you, you're gonna die. Ward Trap in Dota 2 is really easy to pull off. So you just get Ward Trap once he hits 6 and you die again, and then he's 7, and it's, it works out really horribly. And we're gonna see him pick up a regen rune, and that's pretty much guarantees winning mid lane. Like mid lane's over at this point.
Yeah, what was it? I don't.
So I want to focus.
Yeah.
I want to focus a lot on bot lane because SK's timing on. I think he's gonna go earn into some form of boots into dagger. Dagger timing is gonna be really crucial in this game. If he can get it up fast, it's huge. It looks like he's doing okay on farm, but not as dominant as it should be, I think. With Enchantress helping him out, but Enchantress is in the forest a lot, so it's okay. Yeah.
We do have Shadow Shaman taking some shots from the creep cannon, catapult as well as some of that ranged creep. A little more than I think he should have. Maybe would have been better just to back off. But we do have a heal going down.
Regeneration.
Shadow Shaman popping that regen. We're gonna give him a lot of.
In the end, this is where the lane ends. He used all his regen to harass Storm, and now he just got it again. He's full in Storm. Storm sends off. Oh, Ring of Health. We're gonna probably see a Bloodstone rush. We don't really see that too much anymore, simply because it doesn't really offer any utility that early. And like if you go BKB rush or Hex rush with just a treads or something, it offers a lot.
Yeah. Was it a very sort of everyone's playing sort of really passively. Up in mid we have Shadow Shaman push, but now it's gonna stop. Seems like everyone's playing sort of really passively, just poking each other every so often. Not really wanting to go in and do a lot of damage. Like I do believe Shadow Shaman could have by now killed Storm Spirit before he popped that level 6. Yeah, and it looks like we may have a gank on the bottom. I saw a ping go off. Nope. Gank up top. Looks like they're going for They will be going for Warlock. And oh, that fissure. That fissure. And it does look like we will have Anti-Mage go down.
Oh, Anti-Mage is going to go down. He got too aggressive.
He does go down to the tower, picking up the last hit. Gold split between them.
And in the meantime, we saw a ward trap on.
Uh-oh. Fortunately, I missed the ward trap.
Nah, they happen at the exact same time. Now we're seeing Rasta ganking top right now. He should get a kill with
and
double
it does
damage,
look like Earthshaker just missing vision.
Oh, he just yeah, he didn't have mana for Fraser, and I was like, he's just gonna kill him. But good movement from ES to get away from it.
I actually think that was all by accident, not realizing that Rasta was there just because of the vision. Oh, a beautiful hex coming in from the Rasta.
He's gonna get him in.
Hexing right when the animation for that fissure was coming in. We do have Storm Spirit bot popping his clarity. Again, think Potom is the only one who really has any farm. 20 last hits. Storm Spirit has 17. So they're not doing that great compared to like Tide Hunter with 38. Oh, almost brought up in the chat.
Yeah, and Tide's making maxing Anchor Smash. Just because it's really good if you have like a Warlock Tide lane, you can just run at them and deal so much damage, and they can't do anything about it. It's really brutal.
Yeah. Tide actually, knowing that Warlock has that upheaval level 1 on Warlock right now. I know a lot of builds go around holding off getting that, but I like this decision to get it considerably earlier than what is standard in what I've seen.
Looks like a gank attempt's coming out here.
Yep, and it does look like Warlock and Tide Hunter will be fine. Both of them playing very well right now, just paying attention. It seems like they just know when they need to back off. Warlock does have some new wards on him, so he could go down and place a few. Dia just placed a top ward, giving them vision there. But really the ward placements aren't really giving them all that much. When they were down, they completely got ganked like insanely amounts. And again,
we're seeing a bot again coming out of bot lane. Looks like Rasta got yet another.
And we will see Potom die to this.
Hex into that should be a guaranteed kill. And this is the tower is gonna fall after this too, with Enchantress and Rasta there. If Rasta chooses to go for it, it should. I'm actually surprised that the tower stayed up for 9 minutes against an Enchantress, but I guess it's just because SK doesn't have that much push. If he doesn't really level Caustic that high and get it. But we're gonna see.
Another thing to comment about, Enchantress spent a lot of time in the jungle and actually not pushing with her creeps at all. It seems like she was just passively farming. And we do have a Fisher coming from Airshake. Airshake just want to harass the SK to push him back a little. Try to get that creep wave pushed forward, but it doesn't look like it will help him at all. A Hand of Midas on Shadow Shaman, going all out late game.
Yeah, I wanted to comment on that. I think he's kind of joking around, but of course, if you can get a Hand of Midas on any hero, it can work. Just in that, you'll get more gold for the late game, but I don't really think that they're trying to prepare for the late game because
I don't think they're gonna make it to the late game.
No,
I think they're just gonna steamroll.
Yeah. I don't really see that much of a reason to get it on him. In like a serious case in these two teams. Yeah. I guess if he wants to do it, it's fine. Get him up even more of a level advantage. The phase boots are also for. I think he's going for a kind of an auto attack presence, just kind of for fun.
Potom getting some free farm bot.
We already have a bunch of mana boots up on the team. Like Tide has mana boots, SK has mana boots. Like he didn't have to, so that means treads or phase. And the phase, it's nice to have phase for aggression. Like
Storm Spirit in some trouble. He does get shackled. The stun coming in from the barrel strike. We do have an epicenter hit, but miss everyone. Oh man, such a waste. We do have Anti-Mage try come in to give support to Storm Spirit, but Storm Spirit just having that mobility to escape with that lightning ball of lightning. And it does look like we may actually have Warlock being shattered by actually no, Storm Spirit picking up the final hit. We do have Airshaker going down to the Tide Ravage as well as Anchor Smash. And yeah, the Dia just not faring well against this. Their picks just can't compete with this kind of aggression. They have pretty much Potom just attempting to farm bot. She did get pushed out by the Enchantress. And yeah, we do have the two illusions just standing there. So I wish Rasta brought those with him. Storm Spirit just missing, being caught by Rasta up in the jungle. We do have quite a few pings.
Something that's... Yeah, pings going on everywhere. Something that I think is important to note is Storm Spirit's build of Perseverance. As in Perseverance before me. Typically that's something, like if you're a Battle Fury who gets it really fast,
man, and we have a huge...
Rusher or something.
Huge slaughter up top. Just Tidehunter, Rasta, Warlock, and Sand King just coming in and not just don't give a fuck.
Doing what?
Just they don't. Just come in, kill, leave.
No. You have people who are hard to kill and deal a lot of damage early with a lot of CC. Warlock makes people hard to kill. Infernal's annoying. Tidehunter, impossible to kill, deals damage, terrifying early. SK, same thing. Enchantress has heal and does a lot of damage and pushes. And Rasta just CCs everything. What I was saying about the Perseverance is you don't really want to get it early unless you're winning by a lot. Because if you're losing by a lot, all of a sudden you find yourself 13 minutes into a game and just getting your boots. And doesn't really provide that much damage unless you can really get something off of it as fast as you can. Going around
we also have Tidehunter taking quite a bit of damage, unfortunately not enough to really kill him at all. We will have Storm Spirit use his Ball Lightning to escape. Be fine. We do have the ult come in from Ancient Apparition. It will hit the roster just barely. Actually ruining his bottle, but getting down that double kill. And Potom just barely escaping. And actually Tidehunter picking up the Earthshaker as well, who's just walking by trying to support his allies. Anti-Mage dying up top, I believe, as well. And Ancient Apparition calling the GG 13 minutes in.
I think the Dyer's captain disconnected.
Yes he did. What was it?
But ultimately I would have liked to have a bit of a longer game for our first game, but I think that it's a really, really good example of why early aggression.
Oh my god, and will we see the Tidehunter go down?
Oh,
that's
nope,
that TP. Oh man.
Oh wow.
Just
he didn't. I'm sure he would. I think one or two more
I was like, is he gonna
died.
shout it? Is he gonna shout it? Nope, he survives. Oh man. Such a close move.
But early aggression is so good nowadays. Like, and we saw it when supports get under leveled up at top. How do you approach this when you have such powerful early game?
Oh, and the arrow hits.
The arrow of Trilance is really over.
Oh man, unfortunately it's not enough because the roster and Epicenter and Infernal and pretty much just everything. Just everything. Ruining that anti-mage's day. The only thing that didn't pop up was the wards. Some BM coming in from the Tidehunter. It's not really surprising that team won. I'm not sure why he thinks it's surprising that his team won. But
I don't know. Fate's
Perseverance, I have to agree with you on Perseverance early. Perseverance early should only be picked up if you're ahead or know you're gonna get good farm, because it doesn't offer too much in terms of overall sustain. It offers you that regen and 10 damage, and that's it. And you could just get more utility out of other items early game.
Yeah,
so I definitely agree with you that early Perseverance not necessarily the best pick. And this game.
Oh, I guess they didn't like the picks. I thought these picks were really, really good. I really like these picks. I guess this team did. Yeah, well, yeah, okay, so I think I went over this because they're talking about how AM dies to Warlock Tide Lane. People underestimate how good Tide is.
Tide getting hit by the arrow?
When you get one rank of...
it does look like we will have the stun come in on the Sand King. Sand King going down to that Storm Spirit, but again, just not enough damage. Even if they pick up a one kill, it's like everything they had needs to go down. The only thing that really hit that Tidehunter was the AM ulti and the arrow. Everything else was focused down on the Sand King, just not enough damage. And yeah, that's that seems to be the story of
Ultimately,
this game. It's just not enough damage when they need it. And the other team just has huge burst.
you don't. What is different now? You don't have time. You don't have time to farm, and if your supports are going to be under leveled,
Yeah.
you are going to be punished for it.
Dire's top
That's how
tower
Dota
is
works
under
now.
attack. Nature, attend us.
So obviously, the best way to counter aggression
Yeah.
is with more aggression. And we see a passive playstyle against an aggressive playstyle. 99% of the time now, the aggressive playstyle is going to win out. And like, with so much aggression from or Radiant, it's very hard.
I'm sort of wondering if we're gonna see
Very hard. I think the Radiance is done now. Got the core
Rasta
Radiance
with
up on
Radiance. Well, I mean, oh man, are we gonna see Tide is definitely Tide is dead. Tide's dead. Come on, come on. Oh,
no,
so close. I just want Tide to die. We do see Sand King come in with that Barrow Strike on Storm Spirit picking up a kill. Ancient Apparition taking some damage from Imputus from Enchantress. I just want to see Tide die now, because he just barely escapes with such low health every team fight. And let's just look at his item.
Yeah.
He is building towards a hood, so probably a pipe in the future. Again, I'm actually surprised I haven't had someone pick up Earthshaker when they're dead and micro him around.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Pretty much making it impossible for the Dire to win, especially with this lead. If we just open up the gold end, it's a 16k advantage right now, 17k advantage. Again, XP chat's not working. I'm not sure why. We do have the kill on Ancient Apparition by Sand King. That Barrow Strike. That Barrow Strike be the OPs. As some people would say, stun duration of 2.7 seconds is really good. Yeah.
It's a lot of seconds.
Oh, is it?
It's actually 2.17.
Oh. Oh, I almost gave it an
I
extra
think.
second by
If I
accident.
recall correctly.
Yeah.
So, what was it? When you're leaning back in your chair this far.
Ravage going off. Tide
Oh yes, and there we go. Tide Hunter being killed. Me with my shitty
we
camera
go.
work finally picks it up,
game is
Dire's bottom tower is under
and
attack.
Podum's ult does come through.
Man, Anti-Mage has almost
Oh
his
man,
boots
he
in
does have a
health.
ring of health. Almost has his Vanguard,
Dire's
maybe,
bottom tower
in
is
a
under attack.
couple hundred gold-ish. And by
And you can't
Dire's
really
bottom
blame anybody
tower has
on
fallen.
the Dire team for poor play. Like, I don't think anybody
Yeah.
really played poorly. I think, I honestly think that this is a
Yeah,
band,
what was it,
band pick win.
Yeah, like
Like,
I
it's just
said at
one
the
of those things
beginning,
you
I
can't
felt
do
really
anything.
bad for the Die. I felt like they weren't actually going to win because of the picks and bans. And that's how it ended up working out. I'm surprised how effective Warlock has been, though. I didn't expect him to be as effective. I didn't actually expect him to be with Tide Hunter. I was expecting him to maybe go bot and have the Sand King up top. But then again, the Tide would be bot with him too, I guess. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Either way, it
What
worked.
was it? We do have a smoke gank. They smoked. They are smoked. I'm like, why are they smoked? They were looking for that kill, and it does look like they're gonna find it on that anti-mage. Well, anti-mage,
Heard it?
yeah, but he's not
You
gonna be
guys
able
gotta
to
blink.
use it.
No sorcery shall
Oh yeah.
I meant, that's
What was
like,
it? What's it? I don't know. I think if he blinked cleverly into the, maybe back out after he ran in. Yeah.
into like the woods and TP out. Oh yeah, isn't this change what happened is you can
yeah.
on exposed ground now? If I understand correctly, that's right, so you can hide better.
Yeah. What
now.
was
So
it?
that's
Well,
kinda
you can blink, like if there's enough room for it. We do have the Tide Hunter with that blink epicenter combo coming through, and they do pick off both the Ancient Apparition and someone finally picking up the Earthshaker. It does look like we will have a kill down on the Shadow Shaman finally. Just not enough. We do have an anti-mage going down again.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
And again, just good picks from the Radiant, making it really hard for the Dire to
Dire's top barracks
do
are under
anything.
attack. Dire's top
Oh,
barracks has
Radiant might disagree
Yeah,
with you on
well-
it being good picks or not, but
As most people.
I'm telling you guys, Tidehunter as armor and light is.
Oh my
really,
god, are we
really
gonna
scary.
see the SK die?
I think like, he can be played as.
That SK!
No, he'll be fine.
Yeah. And we do have a Ravage coming from the Tidehunter. That's gonna clean up the entire, besides Bottom maybe. Nope, it does look like both of them. Oh man, are they all gonna survive? Nope. No, they are not. Oh, and the Sand King gets killed. Sand King going for a perfect game? No, he wasn't, so I'm not sure why he's so upset.
Dire's middle tower.
But this game's been over for a long time.
Radiant's
Ah.
middle tower is under attack.
So any final words you want to add in, Shred?
I think I talked a lot about band pick. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention something that I wanted to see this game if we got late enough, but obviously didn't. I think that the new Silent Stick is really, really good on Bottom. Oh, that's
Yeah,
Morana.
Bottom.
Priestess of the Moon Bottom. But basically, what it offers is Bottoms always have mana problems. You try to answer with Bottle, but it never seems to be enough. Basically, Silent Stick gives her enough mana but not overkill. It lets her farm a lot and always have her spells up and use ult without getting decimated.
Radiant's
Has an
bottom
awesome
tower
build
is
up
under
early.
attack.
It gives you attack speed and damage. Like, it gives you all the stats you need, and it gives you a silence, which is amazing. And it's cheaper now too. It's a lot cheaper. It used to be overkill and
Yeah.
with the mana regen and whatnot, and too expensive. But now it's not overkill and it's cheaper, so it's worth it. And you can silence out any of the key casters. Like if SK starts to ult, silence him. If Tide runs in, silence
Dire's
him.
middle tower has
You
fallen.
can silence out the roster before you like.
Dire's
With a
middle
team
tower
full of
is under attack.
5 casters, really, silence is so good. And I think that it would have been really good if they actually rushed the
Oh my
stats on
gosh.
Bottom and BKB into silence on Storm Spirit is how I would have preferred to have this build.
SK just overkill with that Ancient Apparition. Pick up. Blinks in, ults right next to him, and then just follows him. A little ridiculous.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, another thing I want to mention is
Oh.
Chandra's boot choice. A lot of times, just because of the way the supports work out,
Dire's middle tower
like
has fallen.
if basically every
Yeah.
team wants 2 mana boots usually. So Enchantress a lot of times has to build mana boots, but if you can get away with skipping them and get power treads, it gives you more HP, which you definitely need,
Dire's
and even
middle
better,
tower
more attack
has
speed,
fallen.
because later you turn into a cemetery once you get your
Dire's
eggs off.
ancient is under
So if you can get away with not getting mana boots on Enchantress, you absolutely
Oh
should.
god, the
We saw
fountain
that
dives.
because there's so many other mana boots on Enchantress.
Dire's ancient is under
Oh man, the mana sentries.
But, ultimately, I think it's a good.
Holy shit, have they been earning sentries the entire game now? I haven't even noticed that. Yeah,
It's a lot of
holy shit. And they can see all those.
ancient is under attack.
Due to Fountain True Sight.
Radiant victory.
Yeah. But anyway, I think that was a good game from both teams.
Oh
3
my
game
God.
centuries. But yeah, good game from both teams. It was a lot of fun. I had fun casting with you for my first.
Thank you, man, for stopping
Yeah.
by. If you guys enjoyed this content, give me a thumbs up. Tell me if you didn't, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm hopefully going to do more casts with people like Shred in the future. Great cast in my opinion, and great game by both sides, even though it was a little one-sided due to picks and bans. But thanks for watching, everyone, and hope you come back. Oh man.